If you're seeing this on the 19th of April, this is your 24-hour message. But as always, my love, take it how it resonates and leave what does not. And yes, this is my only count, and no, I'll never reach out to you first. So let's see what's going on with your day today, or what you could reflect on. Okay. We've got the Tower at the bottom of the deck, and coming out first we have the Queen of Stars, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Immediately what's drawing me is something to do with the stomach today. The Star, the Pentacle there being on her stomach. You need to remain disciplined with what you're going towards creating. Sounds generic, but something that is quite easy to stray from. The stomach is the second brain. Your gut is your second brain. And there's something here about being mindful about what you ingest. Not just when it comes to food, and not just when it comes to sustenance. It's something about a message here today about staying disciplined with what you ingest and what you digest, what you stomach. Whether this is information, whether these are your routines, your habits. It's about staying on track here with something. Perhaps some of you are trying to fix your diet, or you're trying to heal your relationship with food, or you're trying to stay on track with some kind of fitness plan. But this also is some kind of message when it comes to remaining disciplined and quite strict when it comes to what information you also digest. You know, what books you consume, what media you are consuming. And again, the stomach is the second brain. If you're kind of experiencing like an upset stomach feeling today, or there's this feeling of your guts kind of churning, it's something isn't being digested properly in the metaphorical sense. Something you can't digest. It's like a spiritual indigestion. It's like your gut, again, is your second brain. It's rejecting something. So if that is the case for you today, really look at what is the irritant. Is it a relationship? Is it some kind of media that you are consuming? Is it that you're getting caught up in fantasies and narratives in your head? There's something here about remaining disciplined with your spiritual as well as your physical diet, and about being mindful about what you're consuming. Okay, we have the World coming out. The Five of Cups on the bottom. Again, it's living in completion. It's living in fulfillment. What God is trying to tell you is it's this feeling of I'm hearing someone say like, live every day as if it were your last, but that often gets misused and mistranslated. Again, and also it's a message of don't let the world dictate to you who you are, who you should be, what you should ingest. The world will project onto you a lot of ideals and narratives and a lot of trends that you need to go this way, you need to do that, you need to become this. But if your gut, your spiritual digestive system keeps rejecting those narratives, you then tend to label yourself as weak. You then tend to label yourself as, oh, there's something wrong with me. No, it's because you're trying to derive your sense of self from who the world tells you that you need to be. It's actually about returning to source for that pointer. Returning to your relationship with the divine instead of looking out in the world to tell you and to direct you, when it's only source that can tell you that. Okay, so that first and foremost. But the world here, like I was just saying, there's a phrase coming through here about live every day as if it were your last, but people often misuse that and they abuse that terminology. They overindulge, they act in overzealous ways, they eat too much, they drink too much, they perform acts too much, they do too much. It's about you. Hang on a second. Right, we're back. I just had something that I needed to attend to. like you here. You have something to attend to. Five of Cups on the bottom, just reflecting on that for a moment before I hit record. This is what happens. And this is going to sound quite harsh, but what do you expect from me? But honesty, this is what happens when you let the world dictate who you are to you. Perhaps the reason why your stomach is churning, you're feeling a bit uncomfortable in yourself is because you look to the world to tell you who you are. You know, there's so many examples that we can give that you need to wear your hair in a certain way. You have to straighten your curls. You have to be a certain dress size to be accepted. You have to give into certain ideals and certain standards to be loved, to be valued. The reason why that makes you feel so crap is because it is crap. It's like if you were to live on McDonald's and Cadbury's chocolate bars for the rest of your life. That's not giving you the sustenance and the nutrition that you need to thrive at your best. And that's kind of what you're letting the world do to you. All these ideals, all these narratives, all these rhetorics that you're ingesting, and your soul, your essence knows what is truly high vibrational and good and enriching for you versus what is not. And that's perhaps why you're struggling with a little bit of, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a little bit of a spiritualist if you want. It's a rejection. It's a rejection of a narrative, of a rhetoric, of an ideal, of a version of you. And this is why you're being told here today to get back on the path of discipline and to get back on the path of almost righteousness, not in a conceited sense, not in an egotistical sense, but just walking with the divine. Turn to the divine for answers about who you are, not to the world. The world will tell you that you're wrong in a million different languages, but there's only one truth, and that comes from source. And that's what I feel, that it's like how the Queen of Pentacles is sitting. It's very calm. For some of you, you just need to ground. You need to go out and touch some grass, do some grounding, do some breath work, calm your anxiety, and ask yourself the question today, who am I letting dictate to me who I am? Where's this dictation coming from? Who is dictating me to me? And what narratives, what habits, what routines, what thought patterns am I actually now starting to reject? Or if you're feeling quite calm and settled within yourself, what's different from the past? What's changed? You know, it's this feeling of just needing to sit and digest something. Okay? The Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups reverse, and the Flower of Life reverse, which is a special card in this deck. Again, your biggest fear, I think, is Five of Swords on the bottom, the Temperance reverse, the Knight of Pentacles. Your biggest fear is letting other people down. You know, you're so busy trying to be who you think the world and who other people expect you to be, because you're afraid of being cut off from society. You're afraid of no longer fitting in, and so you mask, and so you chameleonize yourself. Oh, I'm going to be a shade of green today. No, you just need to be you. Okay? Sometimes it means that you will stick out like a sore thumb, but hey, we love diversity. That is but life. It is diverse, okay? The Nine of Cups reverse and the Eight of Wands. It is about you having an honest conversation with yourself today. You've already been getting tons of signs about this. And again, birds of prey are very significant. A sign of needing to gain some higher awareness and some higher perspective. That you're not cut off, or you're not going to cut yourself off by sitting and living in alignment with your truth rather than who the world tells you or wants you to be. But what it's going to do, this conversation, it's going to show you with the Nine of Cups reverse that you're living for the world. You're not living for happiness. You're not living for your personal truth. And again, where's the one place that we can turn to understand what our personal truth is? You've got two options, the red pill or the blue pill. Is it the world or is it the divine? Let's make that decision today. Have that conversation, because you're unhappy. Like, my stomach just burbled then, like as I'm channeling this. It's like you're feeling that churning and that unhappiness because you're turning outside of yourself for answers instead of just sitting in meditation, sitting in prayer and asking, you know, the divine, what should I focus on? What should be my core value? And that is true happiness.